right, folks. Well, welcome back to Talk Story. Today on episode, I don't know what episode we're on. I know we're on episode 35 for the podcast, but for the YouTube, it's whatever. But today we're going to be doing a couple of reviews, and I have a special guest today that's coming on to talk about his fan film. So come join us and join our conversation. Well, it's Thanksgiving. I think last time we did this was before Thanksgiving, and I've gotten fat. Because I ate a lot. And so, but join me today is my friend Dave Owen. And then my special guest is James. Sorry, James, I don't know your last name, so we're just gonna call you James.
It's James Ito. Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Hi guys, welcome to Talk Story.
Hey. Yeah,
Thanks.
Thank you for having me.
How was your guys' Thanksgiving?
Drama free.
That's right. You texted me about that.
So for me, so the day before Thanksgiving, I got my booster.
Oh,
shot.
okay. Did it hurt?
It didn't hurt when I got it. It hurt the morning after.
Okay.
The morning after, I felt like I got hit by a train.
That's what I've heard. I've heard the booster is supposed to hurt more than the first and the second one.
Really, I was really drained, really sore. Not just my arm that I got the shot, but my whole entire body. Just aching.
Okay.
And I took that opportunity to eat food and pain the same time. Went to bed really early that night too. I think went to bed about 8:30.
Wow.
So I was just out of it.
So you had the booster the Wednesday before Thanksgiving? Is that the day before? Wow.
That's brave.
Yeah. The Wednesday before. And it was my wife's and I think Stephanie was my wife was trying to get me to feel crappy for Thanksgiving, so we didn't have to go over to my brother's house. But alas, I trudged through. I trucked through.
Are your family in Utah? You live in Utah, I'm guessing.
Yep.
All your family are there?
Yep, all of us are here.
Okay.
Within like a 60-mile radius, we all live the same. Yeah, we all live here. 7 kids. We all live around here.
That's cool.
How was your turkey, Tom?
It was good. My deep fried. If you haven't seen my Instagram, folks, go check it out. I did a deep fry. I usually do it every year, and this year, I should have brined it and then seasoned it because I feel like I injected a bunch of garlic, butter, garlic, and salt and all that stuff. But I feel like once you deep fry it, you need more flavor on the skin. So I think next year I'm gonna brine it and put some brown sugar with some. I might even try mustard.
Ooh, like a glaze.
Yeah.
Are you saying that you deep fried it, or is it?
Yeah. Have you never seen a deep fried turkey?
Deep fried chicken. Yeah.
I've never seen a deep fried turkey before.
Dude, the whole turkey.
Yeah.
The whole turkey.
I cannot eat turkey unless it's deep fried.
Oh.
Yeah.
I usually inject the garlic butter straight into my veins, but I guess in the turkey works pretty well.
You definitely tasted that one. So my Thanksgiving was fun. I ate a lot of junk food. I think I've gained at least 10 pounds in the last 2 weeks.
No,
and that's
10
not
pounds?
Kidding. At least.
That's an exaggeration.
So we were in Arizona and they have this thing called Sodalicious. I think they have that in Utah too. And I had that like twice a day.
Oh no, that's so much sugar.
I know, dude. It's just so good. I get the one that's called I Love Lucy. I love that one.
Okay.
Twice a day. I ate pie. I ate everything. And that's how I do it. It's funny is I'll lose all the weight and maintain till Thanksgiving. And then I blew it up.
The next 12 months trying to lose it.
Blew it up, dude. But
what's your guys' favorite pie?
Mine would have to be pumpkin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like mine used to be pumpkin until this year.
This year.
What is it now, Dave?
Sweet potato pie took over.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Homemade. So my wife made the pie crust and the pie filling from scratch.
Wow.
Like real sweet potatoes. It wasn't like out of a can. It was highly recommended.
Wow. Yeah, my favorite pie is also pumpkin, Tom.
Okay.
But with like 5 inches thick of whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
You do ice cream? like a warm
I do.
pumpkin pie with ice
Yeah.
cream melting on top.
That's
Yeah, it's
so
good.
good.
That's good. Key lime pie is there too. I like key lime pie.
Okay.
It's not bad. Only my mother-in-law, the one that I only eat is my mother-in-law's. She makes them. Although this year it was my sister-in-law who made it, the same recipe. It tastes the same, so it was good too. But I prefer my mother-in-law's, and so. But we were with the in-laws, and a bunch of cousins came in town, so it was kind of hectic, but it was fun. It was fun. We got sick. Not corona, just just
From eating too much.
no, it's the change in the weather because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
dry. Your throat.
Yeah.
My daughters, they both their throat got hurt and just like but it's worse the vibe. We came back and back to normal life now apparently.
Yeah.
So all
Well,
right,
I'm
guys.
glad you're healthy.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying that I'm glad you're healthy, Tom.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I'm still. I know this. We don't usually talk about political stuff in this channel. I try to stay away from it, but I don't even know if I want to take the booster shot yet. To be honest, I don't know if I want to because I've heard that it's painful, but at the same time, I just don't know if I want to go down that road yet.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, man. Like I've had, I don't know. Did you guys either of you get COVID? So I've had. Did you get it, James?
So here's what happened. About a month ago.
So James answers a yes or no question.
Yes, I had COVID. It was a positive test, and then but I didn't feel any side effects. And then I tested it again about 2 days later, and it was already negative. So I'm thinking it might have been a false positive.
False positive, yeah.
But I had already got approved for my COVID leave for 2 weeks with pay.
Oh, nice. Yeah, take it.
You know what? Yeah, so I took it still.
And tell them.
That's
Screw
awesome.
it.
And now my work is watching this. Is watching this. So now
Pretty sure they don't know who I am. And so
he is employed by our faith, by the way. So
by the church.
Yeah, by the church. Yeah.
What department do you work for?
The church history department, and I work
you're in
the
church history.
Okay. Yeah. So
maybe we'll have a podcast to talk about church history because
that'd be fun. I'd like that.
That would be fun.
Yeah, but so I'm in the same boat. I'm not gonna take the booster. Not until I have to. Mostly because I've had COVID, and I know I had COVID. I don't think it was a false positive. So natural immunity from that. Plus, I've been vaccinated. So
yeah.
I'm not unhealthy. So I try to stay active. I try to eat, probably 70% healthy.
Pumpkin pie.
So I try, pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie, and I try to exercise. So I don't feel like I need the booster. Yeah. I'm not a high risk person. I don't have any comorbidities. So yeah, I'll take it when I have to.
And that, folks, is a COVID talk.
COVID talk.
Let's go on to a couple of reviews. I got a couple of movies, or actually a movie and a show that I watched over the past 2 weeks. I got a chance to watch King Richard, starring Will Smith.
Oh, I've heard that's all right.
Yeah. It's about Venus and Serena Williams and how they were brought up. I liked the movie. I thought the movie was great. Will Smith's performance was really good as well. People say it's his best performance. I still think Pursuit of Happiness was for me, because you get to see the depth of a different emotion from that movie. And here he was just like the title, King Richard. He was like, in charge of everything. And so now
it was produced by the Williams sisters, wasn't it? Like they were the producers of it.
Yeah, they are the producers of it. They oversees it. They said that according to them it's accurate, but although I'm pretty sure there's some Hollywood spin in there to make it more interesting. I'm pretty sure he didn't fight a lot of gangsters. I don't know, that could have happened, but did you guys get a chance to check this out yet?
I have not seen it, but just watching the trailers, I really do want to see it. And Will Smith is getting some early Oscar buzz for
this role, and so
not so much for the movie, but for Will Smith, and I do want to see it. It's on HBO Max right now.
Correct. Yeah, that's where I saw it. So, John Berthaw is in this as well. He's really good in it.
He's versatile, man. Like
Love him, man. Love him.
It's really well.
One of my favorite movie. I don't know what year it was with Baby Driver when he was in it. I
Oh,
wanted
yeah. That's
him.
Yeah,
I
that was
wanted
like
him.
2014.
Yeah, I wanted him more than than everybody else because he was so good in that movie. And so, I would recommend this movie if any of you guys get a chance. I'd probably give this movie 8 out of 10. There was a couple of
Okay.
scenes I think that's unnecessary. The pacing's sometimes kind of slow up and down. Of course, you know, he tells Venus that he's going to be the number one, and then he tells Serena that you're going to be the greatest of all time. I don't know if that really happened. I mean, who are you going to say tell your kid you're the greatest of all time? I mean, but he's pretty bold. His character, as a father, he believes in his daughter. But some people say, to a certain extent, is this crazy, or is it like this trying to teach them like, this is life, this is tough life? Because some people see him as being this, you know, King Richard, like
controlling.
Yeah, controlling, taking the kids out in the rain, practicing. But you know, people don't realize that that's just how they are, and that's how they were brought up. And so, but it's a different perspective. You can look at him as crazy guy, or you can look at him as like he was a genius.
Yeah, I heard they tried to be truthful with everything, but they also didn't want to present their father in any kind of bad light.
Well, he did cheat on his wife, which is Serena's and Vanessa. Serena and Vanessa's mom. So we know in the movie it tells you he has like different kids with different.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's. We all have sins, but you know.
Yeah.
Off and on the court. Got it.
Yeah, off and on. Court,
so I read something interesting about Will Smith since we're on that topic.
Yeah, go for
it. There's a change.org petition to stop interviewing him and Jada Pinkett because they're too open and honest.
Yeah.
And fans don't want to hear about their personal lives. Personally, I think you can read what you want. If they want to share their lives, that's up to them. So
I mean, Tommy and Pamela Anderson's show's coming up. So they
is it really? Oh,
yeah, starring Sebastian. What's his name? Winter Soldier.
Sebastian Stan
and Lily James, one of my favorite actresses. And she looks incredible. She looks like Pamela Anderson. Like you looked at her, I was like, is that Pamela Anderson back to life? And so, but
Lily James, she was in Downton Abbey,
Cinderella,
yeah, and Baby Driver.
Was she in Baby Driver? Was she the?
Yep. She was the girl. Yeah, she was the waitress.
It's been a while since I've seen that. Okay,
I love that movie. Anyways, yeah, go check it out. 8 out of 10. It should be good. Now, my other one I want to talk about, I don't know if you guys have a chance to look at it, is Cowboy Bebop.
I haven't, so because I'm not familiar with the anime. Was it a manga too? Like, was it a manga comic?
I don't know. I think it was, but I'm not familiar with the comics either. The only anime I really watch is Gundam, Dragon Ball Z, and all that stuff. But I've never touched Cowboy Bebop.
Do you still have that sketch I did for you on the mission? The Dragon Ball Z one?
Yeah, it's somewhere in my book, dude. Trust me, I have it. So this is a Netflix original series. I think it's 10. It is 10 episode. I went in thinking to myself, okay, I've never read the source material. I don't know what it's like, but I know that the animation, the anime, they actually follow the anime. So this is like just exactly like what you would watch if you watched anime. I prefer watching anime because I don't know why. There's something about when you watch anime, I like watching it in their own original voice. I cannot stand English dub. I can't do Dragon Ball Z in English. I only watch Japanese version. And so it's the same thing with it. Was kind of weird. And you have like good people in there, like John Cho, he's in it. Everything, but everybody else is pretty unknown. Pretty unknown, but they were really good in it. The girl that plays Faye Valentine, she was really good. She was in Jurassic Park, not the new trilogy one, not the old one.
Jurassic World,
the second one. She was in the second one, I believe.
Who was she? Was she?
She was the girl that was.
Yeah,
that's her.
Okay.
And so, I'm pretty sure people that I've read around, people actually hate this series.
Really?
Yeah, not everybody actually. I kind of agree with them because I found myself being really bored.
Okay.
And I found myself watching it. And I'm like, what's the point of this whole thing? There's certain episode that doesn't go anywhere. Now it touches people's different episode, touches different characters, their background, what's that's how you do a series. You're supposed to go through all that stuff. And so, but I found myself being bored. Not until maybe by the third or the fourth episode where you actually like, okay, I'm locked in now. This is interesting. But even then, it's pretty predictable. I've never seen the anime or read it. And so it's pretty predictable. You know what's going to happen at the end. I'm not going to spoil it for people, but I mean, if you watch the anime, you probably already know what's going to happen. But so it's very predictable, very kind of like paint by the numbers. They're bounty hunters and they're broke. Somehow they have this ship that they have, but they're broke. They have all these stuff that they buy for the ship and they fix, and they have to get, they have to field up and go to different places, but they're broke. So you got that going. And so, and on the way, there's, you see the back history of the main character, and he's called Fearless. I think that's his name. And so, but not much there. I was kind of disappointed.
Okay.
I was kind of disappointed.
I've only ever watched one live adaptation of an anime.
Is it the Dragon Ball Z one?
No, what? Oh yes, okay, I did see that one. That was terrible. No, the one I'm thinking of is Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, okay.
So it was okay. Like, it was done as a Netflix movie, so it's like take however many episodes and squish it into that feature-length film, and it was all right. So I've since then I've just kind of been skeptical of live action adaptations of anime, especially.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Sorry, I've been really quiet because I cannot contribute to anything you guys are saying.
No worries.
No
worries.
You're the one Asian on this panel that can't say anything about anime. And you're the Japanese one. What the heck?
I know. I'm Japanese. I can't contribute.
No worries. I probably give this series, if I were to get out of 10, I give this probably a 6 out of 10.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I don't. Okay. I find it kind of like boring, and I don't think. What made me pissed off is the ending. They throw in this twist that is so unnecessary. The entire show is about this certain character. If you watch it, I don't want to spoil for the viewer, but if you watch it, there's a certain character in here for the entire show. You're thinking, oh, this is gonna happen, and then all of a sudden they decide to change that character and made a twist in the end of the series. But it was stupid. It was the stupidest thing.
Okay.
I was like, the entire time you told me this character is this, and this, and all of a sudden now it's this. Like,
okay.
So 6 out of 10. Watch at your own risk. Watch at your own risk. That's all I say. Is there anything? Let's ask is there anything that you guys watched recently that you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go ahead, James.
Okay, so I am halfway through this series on Netflix, but it's the video game adaptation of Arcane.
Arcane.
Yeah. And yeah, it's been a long time video game franchise, and it just converted it to a TV series. 9 episodes. I think I'm almost done with episode 5.
Okay.
But so far, it's really good.
Was it hard for you to get into it? Well, but you played the game, right?
Never played a game.
Okay. I fell asleep after the second episode.
Okay. I don't blame you. It's kind of tough to get. They focus more on a lot of building.
Yes.
Because in episode 3 is when they actually start with
picking up at least.
Picking up the main plot line because
maybe I'll
episodes
give it a try.
Episodes 1 and 2 are more like a prologue.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it gets to episode 3 because they jump about 7 years.
Oh, they do. Whoa.
They do. Yeah. And I kind of wish they went straight to episode 3.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I love the animation. I thought it looks really cool.
It's beautiful animation.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yes, beautiful animation. I watched it. I started watching it because John Campia, who I follow on YouTube.
I like John Campia. Too? Oh, I love John. I follow John
awesome.
Campia. He the one that did reviews for AMC for a while.
AMC. I follow him since 2013.
I've been following him since 2014. This is cool.
I love John Campia. I was glad. I was glad he got out of Collider and AMC, man.
I'm
I
glad
glad
he
he
did
went.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Collider just went nuts. I don't even watch Collider. Well, they don't do any reviews anyways.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh yeah. This turned into Collider review talk. Oh man, they really did a lot of their employees this disservice when they just
Oh,
fired half
yeah.
of them.
Not
They
only just fired that day.
that
They
day, the same day, like
they didn't
one
even give
day,
them. Yeah,
one day
I
notice. They
I
told them, hey, all of their all of their video
yeah
content people got let go.
yeah.
Same day they got told.
I follow the Smos down.
Oh, yeah, Smoke Smells, yeah.
I listen to
Hold on. Movie Trivia Schmodown.
yeah.
You
I
watch that
follow.
too?
I do.
Oh, that's so cool,
I
dude.
do. I like John Roca, the
Yeah,
Outlaw.
dude. The Outlaw
Ben
Nation.
Ben Bateman. I think he had spine surgery recently though.
He
Ben
did,
Bateman. Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not a huge like Smowdown fan, but I watched. I'm more just like I listen to the content, like Christian Harloff. I listen to him, his reviewing his show, The Big Thing,
yeah.
and he has his Twitch show that he does on a
He has a new,
weekday.
yeah.
So,
He has a new channel
yeah,
specifically for talking about movies
yeah, The
because
Big Thing. It's called The Big Thing. Yeah,
the big thing, yeah.
those guys.
Yeah,
I listen to those guys
yeah, yeah.
every morning.
Yeah, they had to separate the Schmodown channel to the
Mhm.
actual content review channel. So
Yeah.
that's so cool. Okay, sorry. Let's go back
No,
to
you're
Arcane.
fine, dude.
So John Campea talked about Arcane and said that he said it's the best animated TV show he's ever seen.
That I disagree with him.
I'm a skeptic. I'm not sure what he's smoking, but I was a big skeptic and I watched it. First episodes, I was like, okay. But episode 3 onward has been really good television.
Yeah.
It's a
I
really
love.
good storytelling.
I'll jump back on it.
Yeah,
Granted,
but
when I watched it, I just came back from Thanksgiving, so I was kind of little.
okay.
I was watching. Well, I also watched that show. You guys check out the Wheel of Time.
I watched the first few
haven't checked it
episodes. I
out,
think I've seen
no.
3 episodes.
It's
I haven't seen it yet.
terrible. It's
I've
terrible.
heard that's bad.
But you've read the book though, right?
No, I don't.
I
need
thought
to
you
re-
were. I thought you were in the
No,
books.
I was, but I jumped off of the book because I was reading Joseph Smith, Rolling with the Rough Stone. That book I started that book,
Oh,
but
Rough
okay.
Stone Rolling.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I've
dude,
heard good things.
I did a review yesterday for the Wheel of Time. I'm just gonna say it is the worst television show this year. It's terrible. And for a guy that doesn't know anything about the book, you have to be able to. I'm confused.
It's hard to follow.
Exactly.
It's hard to follow.
You watch Dune. Dune is complicated, but Denis made it where it's simple enough for people to. Well, he didn't make it simple. He just followed the book, but it's enough for you to be able to follow the story. Dude, this show is all over the place, bro. All over the place.
Man.
It's terrible, man. And I don't know. I went on a rant on my last on the review. I don't know how the hell is 85% on Rotten Tomato.
Is it really?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Is that critic review or is
that's
audience?
critic? That's critic.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Guess what the audience score is?
46?
No, 80%.
Really? What?
Oh, pretty close. Wow.
God, it's weird. It's hard.
Oh.
It's hard to follow. Like you just get thrown in this world and they start talking about the whatever the power is, and I'm
no explanation, no jersey, like those white cloth people that wear white.
Yeah. So it's an Amazon original, right? So if you turn on the X-ray,
yeah,
you get a little bit of the trivia about it. And I was like, oh, okay, but how am I supposed to get that from watching this show?
I am worried about Lord of the Rings series.
Oh yeah.
Because Amazon is doing the Lord of the Rings series.
Do you think it's like Amazon, or do you think it's more like the writers and producers and the directors?
Probably both.
Like is it the staff and the cast?
I would think it's both, just because Amazon has nothing else to do besides shipping packages and making movies.
What did you think of the Tomorrow War? Did you feel like that was
it was okay. It was
better than Without Remorse?
Yeah.
Okay, so this turned into Amazon talk. So talking about Without Remorse and what was the one with Chris Pratt again?
Tomorrow War.
If I had to choose a movie that I would ever watch again and leave the other one in the dust, I would have to watch Without Remorse again, for the sole fact of the third act fight scene.
Yeah.
That fight scene in the third act in that Russian building was amazing filmmaking. Holy cow.
Without Remorse, I feel like it didn't know what it wanted to be. Identity movie as I don't know, like, and I hate, okay, that has Michael B. Jordan in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I cannot stand him because he has one face and one face only. And it's the angry face. And I cannot stand his acting. It's the same damn face every single movie. Go back and look at
Creed.
Creed, Without Remorse, anything he does.
What was that one where they got
Bill,
superpowers from the alien thing?
Chronicle.
Chronicle.
Great movie.
Yeah, I like that.
Great movie. But it's the same damn face, dude. Every single time.
Oh man.
I can't stand. And I didn't like Without Remorse too much just because it was just, I find it kind of boring as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I would go with Tomorrow War.
yeah. Without Remorse, I would definitely say that its weakest link was its storytelling and pacing.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Because building up to it, it was pretty boring. And but man, if they can just learn from the 1980s and 90s of Tom Clancy movies, because the best Tom Clancy movie of all time for me has been The
Hunt for Red October.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Because they don't forcibly pander to audience in that movie ever. No. And they actually follow the book pretty closely, and they actually make it entertaining to watch. So that's and talking about Tom Clancy with John Krasinski's and another Amazon TV show.
Jack Ryan.
I watched it into 5 minutes. I had to turn it off. I hated
it.
It was so stupid because it was so pandering to audiences. It was like, okay, they started labeling it was so pandering to audiences, and me and Dave are in our well, I was in the Army for 8 years. Dave's Air Force, which is kind of like the Army, except not that's cool.
Except way better. Like we actually stay in hotels when we go on trips.
Actually, here's the funny thing. I served in Hawaii, and the Air Force usually got better housing, just so you know.
Oh yeah. But anyway, as I was saying about Jack Ryan, after watching for 5 minutes,
really interesting.
Even if I wasn't in the Army, I would probably still turn it off because it was just horrible storytelling for me, and just making everything just so. What I love about Hunt for October and Picture Games and Clear Present Danger, of course it was Hollywoodized, but they made it seem like it wasn't Hollywoodized. In Jack Ryan's first 5 minutes, you could tell they were trying too hard. So I turned it off. I don't care.
Okay.
So there you go.
I actually love that series.
You do? Maybe I should give it another shot. I don't know.
No, hey, it's not for that's
James,
why
you need to turn off your military blinders.
that's exactly what I'm gonna say.
You know what? I need to turn off my good content blinders. That's what I gotta
do. Take off your reality hat. We talked about this.
We did.
Suspend reality.
Dave, have you watched anything recently that you want to talk about?
So Wheel of Time, but I'm up to date on. Yeah, I want. Okay, all right, we'll talk about that. I'm caught up on Hawkeye. So the first 3 episodes.
I did a review for that yesterday too. Tell us what you think so far.
I feel like they're hiding the reveal kind of well.
Really?
Yeah. So Jack, of course, Jack's the bad guy. We all know.
No. Come on now. It's too easy in television when they show you the hand that you dealt with. It's too, dude. She found that little. It's the mom.
The mom.
It's the mom.
She's overprotective.
Way she is fishy.
Well, here's the thing.
She is. That's true. Yeah.
Here's the thing. In the comics, she becomes a villain. Her mom
does.
In fact, the movie. I know this is your review. Actually, you go first. I'll go for it. What did you think of the show?
All right, you blew my mind. All my assumptions have just been thrown out the window.
Here's another.
I did suspect the mom, but I really thought Jack was going to be involved because.
Well, he is. I think he is. He's part of it.
Okay. So
And here's the other thing is in the comics, it's actually flipped. The dad is actually alive and the mom dies and she comes back as the villain in the comics. And so, and of course the big bad, you guys should know.
Did her dad die?
We don't know.
Exactly.
We never saw him die.
We didn't see him die. So what were you going to say about the big bad?
Who's the
here? Well, is this a Christmas series or is it a murder mystery series or is it a superhero origin story?
I think this is a Home Alone meet Christmas Vacation. You get that vibe, but you also get that seriousness that has into it. I think there's I don't think I know. I think it's Kingpin.
I think Kingpin's gonna be the big bad.
Yeah. They show his hand when she
was that. Yeah, he pinched her cheek.
That's Kingpin.
And that voice sounded a lot like Vincent.
Is it D'Onofrio?
Yes, it is.
It's not confirmed yet. It's not confirmed yet, but I'm sure it's him.
This is how they're gonna bring back Daredevil.
Maybe.
Do you think they'll cast the same people as the Netflix series?
I think they will. I love Daredevil, the series.
I liked it.
I loved it, man. It was so good.
Yeah. I think I like the Punisher. Like Daredevil was really good, but I think I like the Punisher just a little bit better. It's a little more gritty.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think I like the gritty.
So you like the show so far?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, I'd probably give it. It's Marvel, but they poke fun at a lot of things, which I like. So I'd probably give it a 7 or 8.
Okay.
Out of 10.
I'm repeating myself, but here's a theory that's thrown out there that Jack, he's pretty well with the sword, right?
Yeah.
And there is a story in the comics because Ronin isn't somebody who just made up. Ronin is somebody you hand the title to.
Okay.
Although like Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yeah. Although the true Ronin is Keanu Reeves. Let's get real.
From 47.
47. So, but so what the theory is, Jack is the original. It's not the original. It's the Ronin that you see killing all those Mexican when Echo came to the warehouse.
Okay. So
because the way the timeline is. So this is just a theory. I'm not saying this is it, but so because
that's why he wanted the sword and the suit so bad.
That's
right. Okay.
That's right. He wanted the sword because he knew the sword. He's familiar with the sword. Because the first thing he did, he grabbed it, and what did he do? He retracted
it, like without even like exploring it. He just knew how to do it.
He already knew how to do it.
Or is that just bad writing?
Maybe it's bad writing. But it's actually, there's a lot of clues that gives you in here, that gives you the Kingpins in it, that Jack somehow is well trained in fighting. And the other thing is it's weird is that we never know. So somehow, if that's true, if this theory is true, then that means that Jack and Clint, Hawkeye, met before.
Know each other.
Yeah. Each other.
Yeah.
So, I definitely know.
I guess we'll find out in the next episode.
That's the theory.
Okay. Yep. So the other one I recently watched, we did a family movie trip with me and my parents and my brother and their kids. So there was like 12 of us. We went to see Encanto.
Oh,
theaters.
Was that good?
Right.
I liked it. I think James and I have differing opinions about what actually needs to be elements in a story to make it good.
Oh, interesting.
James feels like there needs to be a hero and a villain to make a good story.
That's not true.
Hold on. Hear me out here. Hear me out.
Or is it because it's Disney?
Yeah, with Disney films, I feel it's like that for Disney films, that you do need to have a good villain to have a good story. Good opposites. That's what I feel. Because okay, sorry. You know what? This is Dave's view of the movie. So Dave, continue.
I like Tom. You haven't seen it yet, have you?
No, I have not, and I'm probably going to see it probably on the 18th because I think my in-laws are coming for my daughter's birthday, and we're all gonna go.
That'd be fun. I think it'd be good for it's a good family film. Yeah. I think it's a really good family film. It's appropriate. It's age appropriate for young kids. It's entertaining. The music's it's Lin-Manuel. What's his name? Lin-Manuel
Miranda.
Yeah.
Miranda. It's him. So it's his style, and you can hear it and you can feel it. But as far as the story, it's a refreshing take. It's a refreshing removal from the villain and hero archetypes.
So you're telling me that the villain becomes good?
I'm telling you that
there's
you
no
assume that there's a villain and then there isn't.
Interesting. Okay. I'll have to
So,
check that out.
Yeah. But it's a good, I think I liked it because it's a dysfunctional family. And in the beginning they played off like they're not, just like any family does. They want to hide their drama. They don't, and they want to like sweep things under the rug and not talk openly about what they're dealing with. And that's kind of what this family is. So
sounds like our normal family in our lives.
It's relatable, and that makes it a good story.
Besides the fact they have magic and they can control elements.
Everyone's got gifts.
Earth elements, fire. Yes.
All right, now I'm gonna go watch this movie. I'm gonna see who's right and who's wrong here. I like this take.
If I were to rate it, I would probably give it like I don't know. I never give anything a 10. I never do. And this one
you don't? Wow, okay.
Nah, I don't give this a 10. It'd be a 7 or 8.
7 or 8. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
on par with Hawkeye.
I'll go. I'll go with the lore part of that. I'll do 7.
7. Okay, so
okay.
I'll check that out. I think that's it for reviewing today. I was going to review one more movie that I saw. It's called Belfast.
I want to see that so bad.
Yeah, guys.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything about it. I want to see it so bad.
It does put it at my number 2 of the year.
Which
Dune number 1? Is
Dune
that
number 1? Dune number 1. Dune is just too good. Anyways, let's move on to our next segment. Now, this is a special segment where now, David, I'll ask you. I don't know if you're in the movie, right?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I'm cast in the movie, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it to any shootings.
Okay, so we are here with a special guest. Of course, we talked about James, and James, he's going to tell us a little bit about what's going on in his life. He's making a fan film, I'm guessing, and you're the star, man. Like, tell us first of all, what made you decide to want to do this? Because fan film can be expensive. In fact, before I start, there's a guy named Jamie Costo. Do you guys ever heard of Jamie Costo?
Yep.
Yeah, he does impression. Yeah, he does impression. Robin Williams, look him up.
Oh, no, yes, I know who that is.
He is so good. So he put him and another guy collab together and did a Obi-Wan mini story, like a little like a short story. Go check it out.
I saw it. It's really good.
But you know how much it cost him? Almost $100,000 to $200,000 just to make that little short film. So what made you decide to do a short film, James?
Because I can do it very cheaply.
Good point.
Yeah. So anyway, so I started making short films on my iPad about maybe 4 years ago when we first moved into our current house. Like 1 or 2 minute long videos with my kids, and then they grew into be like 4 or 5 minute shorts. Still on my iPad. I just upgraded to my phone, which is an Android. And it takes some really good crisp video, and putting it at like let's see, frames per second. Most common is like 24 frames per second for a theatric type of film, and it looks spot on, amazing. Okay. And I'm really tempted to get the iPhone Pro 13.
It's good.
Yeah,
I have it. I like it.
You have it?
Yeah.
Oh man,
you want to borrow it for any shootings? If I'm available, I'll let you.
Oh, I might have one by then. So
okay, all right.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's worth it. And then the sensor stabilization is awesome too.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. And the cinematic
mode,
pretty cool.
The auto rack zoom. That's pretty sweet.
That's what I'm planning on making the short film, the Star Wars movie is, and that's what it's called. It's called a Star Wars movie.
Okay.
And what it's about and what it's
So
about.
wait, Joe, let me guess. You are a Star Wars fan, huge.
Big Star Wars fan. I have my shirt on right there. I'm also a member of the 501st. As of last February, I got my TB number TB80887.
Okay, that's a little too nerdy for me, but
The TB number is for Scout Troopers. So yeah.
Okay, cool, man.
I'm now part of 501st Legion, in the Alpine Garrison, which is the Utah branch.
What do you guys do? Do you guys meet and
we meet? We meet. We have armor parties from time to time. We're just working on armor, helping new guys get the armor.
So here's a side note, just really quick. I met a group of people who does lightsaber fights at the park.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
And I went
lightsaber LARPing.
Yeah,
LARPing.
Yeah, no, they have costume. They said they practice and they go to like different places and perform the stunt. And they actually, cool. So
so they go to choreograph like a fight for a show. Okay.
Yeah. And so I walked up and they looked at me. I just got done playing basketball. They probably don't think I was a Star Wars fan. First of all, they're like, is this guy trying to poke fun at me? And I was like, I was sincere. I was like, hey, can I join? Like, I have a lightsaber. And he goes, well, what kind of lightsaber you have? I was like, I got a pretty expensive one, the one that costs like about $400. And so he goes, oh, okay, let me get your number. And so I might be going back to do some lightsaber.
So, follow the Instagram. Make sure you watch his stories. It'll be on his stories.
Let's go, James. Go back. So tell us the Star Wars story. Was it called the Star Wars story?
It's called a Star Wars movie.
A Star Wars movie. Okay.
It's a comedy. Yeah. It's an action comedy.
Action comedy.
Because I've been watching all of these Star Wars fan films online, and they're just way too serious.
True.
They're way too serious. You don't laugh. You don't get excited about the characters, because characters hardly ever talk in the first act. Like, they don't ever talk in the first act. And I'm sorry to throw him on the bus. Well, okay, I won't name his name, but I was in a fan film here in Utah. I only had like about maybe 10-second scene. That's it. And after watching the first episode of this, it's like a 3-part movie, and I watched the first episode, hated it. Holy cow! because you get no context, you get no really good dialogue from any of the actors to know what's going on, and he's got like about 5 different storylines going on at the same time, which was really confusing when no one's talking and no one's just doing anything. So I want to change that. I want to change it to being more I want to change it to more of the comedy.
Okay.
More fast paced. Just one and done thing. So with me and the Star Wars movie, what it's about is about these 4 friends, all in like late 20s, early 30s. They're all just watching a Star Wars movie on Disney Plus, and for some reason one of their phones transports them into the Star Wars movie that they're watching.
Okay.
And what it is is that one of them is a gun collector, and they actually get transported with their guns. So then they start meeting up with rebels, and they start fighting off stormtroopers and imperial officers with their guns. So it's and the point of the movie is for them to get back home.
What any Jedi or any lightsaber? No Jedi.
No Jedi, no lightsabers. Just blasters.
Why? Why is that? Why don't you have why don't you have a Jedi or some type of lightsaber in there?
Number 1, budget.
Well,
number 2.
Good point.
And number 2, and number 2 is like it's getting way too overdone with Jedi, because Star Wars is not all about Jedi and the Force. It's also just guys trying to live their life. Just serving the Empire, just serving the rebellion with a blaster.
Interesting. That's why I love Rogue One, and that's the reason why Rogue One was so good. Except I love the last scene though with Darth Vader. That scene was pretty badass.
Yeah, I love Darth Vader scene. That's great.
Yeah.
But no Jedi, just blasters, stormtroopers, and four guys just trying to survive, and get back to their own reality.
How long is this? What's the runtime for this?
The script is about 15 to 20 pages long, so I'm guessing it's going to be about a 30 to 40 minute.
Okay. So you're sole producer, director,
producer,
Writer.
director, writer,
Okay, so
casting
you're
director,
Cinematographer, cameraman,
cameraman.
he's
I'm
like
everything.
he's doing all
I'm
of it.
I'm keeping costs very low in this movie.
that's cool. No, that's understandable because
The most expensive thing is probably going to be feeding everybody. That's going to be the most expensive part.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, 9 to 5. No night shoots, no nothing. Just 9 to 5, 3 days of filming, getting it all done. I go fast. Because my other longest film I've ever made was 20 minutes long called Cash Grab. You can find it online.
Okay.
Yeah, Cash Grab. Find it online.
I was in that one.
Yeah,
you were in that one?
Dave was in that one.
I was in that one.
Very
Okay.
cheaply made. The most expensive part of that movie was actually feeding the guys at Tony's Burgers in Clinton.
Because we got like multiple shakes and double stacked burgers and sweet potato fries.
Who else is in this movie besides Dave?
Well, hopefully, Dave's probably not gonna be in it anymore. But
yeah,
anyway,
we'll see.
A scheduling conflict.
Creativity conflict.
Yeah, there's going to be Maddie Waite. She's going to be in it. She is going to be she is going to be one of the friends who gets sucked in into the movie. Juan Vera is going to be one of the rebels. I have Julia Barrero. She is a Mandalorian cosplayer.
Okay.
She'll be a rebel in it, and also Matt Summers will be in it. Nate Whitmore will be in it, and who else? Who else am I forgetting?
Is Nick Warren gonna be in it?
He's cast, right? Yeah. Nick, Nicholas Warren is going to be in it.
Are most of these guys on Nerd Thread as well?
Most of them. Yeah.
Most of them. Okay. So when can we expect this film to be done?
So filming is going to be March 24th to the 26th, 3 days of filming. I go fast. That's how I like to direct. I go fast. But that also leads to a lot of prep. So once because Cash Grab, I filmed in 1 day, 20 minutes short.
Wow.
Filmed it all in 1 day.
And you can find Cash Grab on YouTube. You just type it in. Okay.
At my channel at James Ito.
Okay.
You can find it, Cash Grab. The still for it is just Nick making a really weird face, but yeah, it's great. We'll be done filming on the 26th of March. That gives me about a month and a half to cut it, make it, edit it, and hopefully have it out by Star Wars Day.
Okay.
YouTube exclusive release.
Exclusive release. I really want there to be a premiere at my house. Just everyone just go there and just party out and just watch it.
That would be fun. Fun.
And a bunch of my 5 first friends are going to be in it as stormtroopers and scout troopers.
Now, are the costume pretty legit? How?
Oh, they're all film accurate.
Oh, wow.
And
it's just like a very big ambition for a man who has a family, a job. It's pretty. I mean, I'm pretty sure making a real movie is probably harder because you have to deal with bigger scope. But even then, now in a smaller budget, it's more like you have a certain amount of time and you can only do pay for certain things, and so it's a lot harder in my opinion. But
I'm only paying them gas money and food. That's the way I roll.
You know what? With the way the price is going up, it's probably worth it. And so okay. Now, you've always been a fan, you've been a fan of films through your entire life, or how did you get into
in the wee days of my life, my first movie I ever saw was when I was 3, and that was Rescuers Down Under. It's actually a really awesome movie.
I love that. No, I love that movie.
But I really started getting into movies and actually looking at how they're made and everything like that from the Fellowship of the Ring in 2001. That whole trilogy got me really into movie making, and also got me watching the behind the scenes. They have like about 30 hours of behind the scenes and their appendices of making those movies. So I was sucked into watching those. And then ever since then, I loved watching movies, loved learning about movies. just love movies all around. And leading up to today, I think I've only seen about maybe close to 30, 35 movies from this year.
Okay.
And when the Oscars come around, I make a list of all the ones that get nominated, particularly for Best Picture, and I watch those ones.
Yeah, I tend to do that too.
Yeah. I love watching movies, and I love making my films. It's really fun.
Okay, what's your I mean, this is a very broad question, but what's your favorite film of all time? You have time to pick.
Yeah. If I had to pick one,
it
would have to be a 1961 film. And it's titled El Cid, EL space CID, and it stars Charlton Heston, and he plays Rodrigo de Bivar of medieval Spain, and it's an epic war medieval film. It's amazing.
1961. Did he win that? I don't think he won that.
No, that movie only got nominated for like 2 or 3 Oscars that year because the other movie that came out that year, which drowned out everybody else, was West Side Story.
It's West Side Story, yeah. Which is terrible.
Hey, I love that movie, dude. What are you doing?
I can't. No, my wife loves the movie too,
okay.
and I think Owen knows why. I think we talked about this, right, Owen?
Yeah.
It's
the knife battle, right? Like,
I hate
the gangs.
I hate West Side Story. You cannot you cannot be tough and prance around. I get it's a musical, but it doesn't do justice when you see a guy trying to knife each other.
Man. I've been to the ballet. I've seen those guys have a good build.
I'm sure they do.
Good build.
I'm not here.
They're more fit than I am.
I'm not here to dispute that, but I am here to dispute you cannot be tough and prance around. That's all I'm saying. Now, I am gonna go sit down and watch the Steven Spielberg West Side Story because my wife is making me. Because she goes to see movies I want to see, so now I have to suffer. But
that's good husband.
I've heard a lot of great things about this rendition, so we'll see. But I'm sorry, I hate West Side Story.
So one of the reviews I watched and read about West Side Story about this one is that there is no ballet fighting.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Fun.
Only Spielberg can bring me back, baby. Come on, let's go.
But it's still a musical.
I'm okay with musical. I love musical. One of my favorite musical is I've seen a lot of musical. What have I seen? I've seen Wicked. Hamilton is. I hated Hamilton because I'm a history guy and none of that is accurate. And I understand it's for entertainment purposes, but I like accuracy. And I read the book and nothing hasn't the way the character is in the movie and the way the real person is, because I study history. It's two different people. It's not the same Hamilton. And everything in there, like timeline. Okay, now you gave me going off on Hamilton. Let's move on. Let's move on.
My bad. Sorry.
No, you're fine. So I love musical. It's just something about West Side. And the other one since we're on this thing, my wife's gonna kill me when she sees this. I hate Saving Private Ryan, Saving Brothers.
What?
You hate that movie?
Yeah. You cannot tell me it's okay to kidnap people.
Bless a beautiful heart.
You cannot tell me you can kidnap people and be okay with it.
Oh no, that's not okay. That's not okay.
You cannot.
I don't give it.
That's called Stockholm syndrome. That's not okay.
I don't care.
I don't care. Stockholm syndrome.
Especially when you kidnap them and tell them you can't go home. Yeah, they're gonna start loving you because they have no other option.
Hold on. They could even go home. There was an avalanche. Come on, it was blocking the path.
James.
They made it
melts. Snow melts.
No,
but yeah,
they were all young and hormonal.
And the was going to take them back home after the pants melted.
Man. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not okay with people kidnapping girls. I'm not okay with that. That's that story. Every time I see it, I'm just like, oh, kidnappers. Okay, let's keep going.
Straight kidnap them.
But anyways, yeah. Okay, so I see that I think you and I probably pretty much. I mean, David, he likes. I don't know if he likes like Indian movies. Do you like those at all? You like Roma? Have you ever seen Roma, Dave?
I haven't seen Roma. No.
Okay.
I've heard other things. So I feel like I need to expose myself to more indie films because the mainstream Hollywood films they're just not doing it for me. It's all the same shit.
Oh, that's what I mean. But that's why I love India films, because there are original films out there. Just people don't go see it. And that's the part.
So speaking of Lin-Manuel Miranda, and this movie is in the theaters, which is kind of, which really makes sense. Is what's it called? Oh, Tick Tick Boom. I watched that movie last week.
It's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be 500,600 minutes before I see it.
Yeah.
525,600 minutes before I sit down and watch it.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, great performance, and I think he should be nominated, Andrew Garfield, for that film. He's so good.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, I think he should get nominated for Best Director for this movie.
I don't know. It's not even really more of directing. It's not really like storytelling. Like, kind of like an opening, a middle, and an end. It's more like it's about this it's a person's life documentary type of thing.
It's a bioflick.
It's not really hard. I know that sounds weird. It's not really hard to direct those type of movie because you're following the source material that's already given to you, and you're just basically reenacting what that is. That's why I don't think
that takes a lot of work to actually.
No. I agreed, and I'm not saying that it's not hard work, but if you're gonna tell me what's harder, Dune or Tick Tick Boom, I'm gonna say
I think
Dune.
Tick Tick Boom is the better made film.
Well,
yeah,
I don't know about that.
Agree to disagree. That's fine.
I agreed, and I love Tick Tick Boom. I thought it was a great movie. It's probably my top. I didn't make my top 5, but it'll be in top 10 for sure this year. Because and Andrew Garfield can sing. I never realized he can sing.
Oh yeah,
like that.
I didn't know that either. Man, he sung that movie to death. It was amazing.
So my wife really likes Rent. That's one of the musicals she really likes, and it was one of the first musicals I actually sat down and watched with her. And I'm not really a fan of musicals.
No,
that's understandable.
But I'll probably watch this one with her.
Okay.
Just because it's about the the composer Rent.
Writer composer, yeah.
Composer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I'll suffer through it since she suffers through my popcorn and action flicks and comedies.
Go watch Belfast.
Belfast.
Sorry, Belfast.
Yeah,
what's it about?
Watch it. Yeah.
I'm not giving it away. I don't want you to know anything about it.
Nothing. You're not giving me anything.
Okay.
Go watch it.
I can tell.
Point in history.
Dave. I'll tell you. Belfast is about this family in Northern Ireland, 1969, and it's during a revolution.
War,
war and all stuff. It talks and it follows this family, and that's all. And that's all I'll tell you. It's
okay.
this family
1969, Northern Ireland.
A lot of violence. A lot of violence is happening.
Yeah. Where can I watch it?
In theaters.
You can watch it.
Oh, it's in theaters.
It's also on video on demand right
now. Amazon.
Okay.
I think Amazon Prime, Apple TV's on it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
Cool.
It's my number 2, guys.
Belfast. I'll check it out.
Your number 1 is Dune.
Dune.
Do you guys want to guess what? Actually, Dave, can you guess what my number 1 movie is
for the year?
Yeah.
It's Encanto.
No.
Wait, name like
no. Hey,
give me a choice out of like 5. What do you?
Okay, so you got Tick Tick
Boom.
You got Suicide Squad.
Okay.
Suicide Squad. What?
The Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad. You got Dune in there. You got trying to think of what other movies were.
Just throw 2 random ones out there. I know it's one of those 3.
Let's see. Let's just say Luca, and we can put out okay, top 4. How about top 4?
Top 4. So I'm gonna wait. So Tick Tick Boom. I'll say Tick Tick Boom.
The Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad is your number 1 for the year. Okay,
it's the number 1 of the year so far. I love that movie so much. It's so awesome.
I'm on the opposite
end
of that
one.
Not
a DC fan though. Like not really a DC fanboy though, are you?
I'm not. I'm for some. I like the film. I don't think it was that great.
Shame.
Is it because of it, like the comedy? Like what's the the selling point for you? Like, what element of the movie is your selling point?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's the storytelling. The storytelling, and then add on top of those layers is the comedy, the action, the gore, the character development. I just love it all. I laughed my head off. Maybe about half of the movie was just me laughing my head off because they just play on the comic book genre movie so well and just make fun of it at the same
James
time.
Gunn, right?
Yeah.
James Gunn.
Yeah.
James Gunn had full creative control over this entire movie.
He did.
It's amazing.
He missed it with Guardian Galaxy 2, though.
Guardian Galaxy 2,
it's
I'm
terrible.
different on that movie. The comment,
it was too much.
It was a step down from the first one.
First one was great. First one was great.
And then with
I think we talked about this, right, Owen?
Yeah, we've talked about it.
You get a joke. You get a joke.
Yeah.
You get a joke. Everybody's a comedian in this movie.
Yeah. But the Suicide Squad has a really good balance of comedy, gore, character development.
Interesting. See, this is why movies are so objective, guys.
Yeah.
That's why movies...
Objective. You mean subjective, right?
Is it subjective or objective?
Subjective.
Yeah,
Objective means that it's in and of itself. It can be good, right? Subjective is opinionated.
Okay, subjective. There you go.
Oh, I'm glitching. What's going on with my camera?
I don't know, but I want to ask. So, we can find the finish of your film, your short film, by when? Like at the end of March or beginning of April?
So filming will be done on March 26th.
March 26th.
And then the goal is to have it done and out on my YouTube channel by
May the 4th.
May 4th. Okay. I will be looking forward to that.
That gives me about 6 weeks to edit it and get it ready.
All right. Well, hey, when that film comes on, when you finish it, I want you to come back on. I'm going to watch it and we're going to talk about that film. And so
awesome. That sounds great.
But I want to thank you guys. Oh yeah, we're going to do a review on it. And so but I hope everything's work out. I hope Dave can make, filming so he can play his character.
We'll chat.
So I had to work with about maybe a dozen people's schedules to get this date. So Dave, I'm sorry, but if you can't
before today, it would have worked out just fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Last minute.
So
that's what happens that's what happens in Hollywood.
That's what the military does to you.
Damn military. No, just kidding. James, I wish you the best. I hope it does turn out the way you want to work out, since you're basically the sole creator of this thing. So it should be good. But when that film comes out, we're gonna watch it and we're gonna have you back on if you can come back on, and that'd be great for me. So, but I want to thank you. I want to thank David. I want to thank James for joining our podcast. Hey guys, where can people find you, James?
You can find me on Instagram at JamesIto7, and you can also look me up on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I'm also on Twitter.
So, what about YouTube? YouTube as well, right?
YouTube, yeah. Just type in James Ito, you'll find my channel. It's a half Japanese guy. It's great.
That's awesome. And Dave, thanks for coming on again. Again. Yeah. You're glitching for some reason.
I know. I'm like Vanellope from Rick.
But folks, thanks for listening. Remember don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well as my my podcast. You can find me on Apple Podcasts. You can find me on Spotify, and you find my YouTube channel on YouTube, Talk Story with Tom. But thank you for listening. Leave a comment. Go check James' film once it's finished. I'll put his YouTube tag on underneath of my YouTube channel, and then you can find his film Grab Cash. Is that what it's called, right?
Cash
Grab. Yeah, there you go. And so you can check that out. And thank you guys for listening. We'll see you later. Peace out.